In this video, we're going to be talking about the Wheatstone bridge, which is a method to find an unknown resistance. In this design, as you can see, we have some resistances, which are RA, RB, and RC. We know them already, and we're trying to find RX. We also have a variable resistance here in the middle, and what we're trying to do basically is vary that resistance until the current here is zero. And this is a galvanometer, which will tell us that, which is a galvanometer is just an instrument that measures current. And after that, after we have Ig equals to 0, what that means is that Va equals Vb. The potential on the left, when these potentials are equal, it means that no current can pass. And Va, we can rewrite it in another way, since we see here that we have two voltage dividers. So Va can be Rb divided by Rb plus Ra multiplied by Vs, and Vb can be equal to Rc divided by Rc plus Rx multiplied by Vs. So now, since we have Vs on both sides, we can see that it cancels out. And what we're trying to do now is just isolate Rx, so we find our variable, our unknown resistance. So we multiply on the left and right like this, so we isolate it. So we have Rb multiplied by Rc plus Rx equals to Rc multiplied by Rb plus Ra. So here on the right we can divide by Rb, and we get Rc plus Rx equals to Rb B plus Ra divided by Rb. And now we want to isolate Rx completely, so we have Rx equals to, we can also multiply the terms in the denominator on the right side, RcRb plus RcRa divided by Rb, and we just subtract by Rc since we had it on the left side. And if we want to just directly do a common denominator, we can multiply and divide by Rb, okay? And we might as well write it as a common denominator right away. So we have minus Rb, okay? And as you notice here, these two terms cancel out. So as a final result, we have Rx equals to RcRa divided by Rb. Okay, so this is our final result, and we've successfully managed to find our unknown resistance, but I want to take it a step further since we're now studying electronic measurements, and in measurements you take into consideration many things, and the thing that we need to take into consideration here is the uncertainty. The more components you have, the more uncertainties are being propagated. So we're going to use a formula that's called for a formula for propagation of uncertainties, and it looks like this. Since we are wanting to find the absolute uncertainty of Rx, we write U Rx, which is, this is the absolute uncertainty, equals to the partial derivative of this expression right here, divided the partial derivative with respect to Ra, multiplied by the absolute uncertainty of Ra, plus, and we do the same thing for Rb, and we do the same thing for Rc. Now, if we just do the partial derivative of this expression above with respect to A, we're gonna obtain Rc divided by Rb multiplied by the absolute uncertainty of Ra, plus, if we do it with respect to Rb, let's write it more clearly so there's no mistakes. Okay, so Rc Ra Rb minus, this is just the standard formula of the derivative of a fraction, okay, and you square the denominator. So this, since we're deriving with respect to Rb, that means that everything else is just a constant. So a derivative of a constant is 0. 0 multiplied by anything is 0. So this first part, we just take it off. Then we have derivative of Rb, which is 1, since we are deriving with respect to it. And at the end, we have that this is equal to Rc minus Rc Ra divided by Rb squared, okay? So I'm just gonna copy this, so I paste it above, and this rest we can just delete, okay? And notice here that there's a square, so we can just take off the minus, we don't need it, multiplied by U Rb plus, and if we do the derivative with respect to Rc, we just obtain Ra divided by Rb U Rc. So now we want to substitute, so we are working all the time with the formula above, okay? So if we ask ourselves, what is Rc divided by Rb? from this formula above. How do we know that? We just isolate them. So if we isolate RC divided by RB, we will just get Rx divided by Ra. So as you can see, this is clearly equal to RC divided by RB, okay? So we just substitute that, okay? So we have Rx divided by Ra, U Ra squared. Plus, we do the same thing for the next one. So here we have RC Ra divided by RB squared. How do we do that? Okay, so here we already have RC Ra divided by RB. So to arrive to that, we just need to divide with RB and we will get the expression. So if we do Rx divided by RB, that is equal to RC Ra RB squared. So we successfully managed to substitute also now, okay? U RB squared plus, okay? Now lastly, for Ra RB we want to substitute, and that is equal to Rx divided by Rc equals Ra RB, okay? And we just substitute again, and we can rewrite this by taking out Rx squared outside of the parentheses, since you can see here that it's all squared, and inside we will have multiplied by U Ra divided by Ra plus Rx squared U Rb divided by Rb plus Rx squared U Rc divided by Rc squared. So we were calculating all along for U squared Rx, and as you can see now we got a neat formula where we can do the root square of everything, since everything is squared, and if we do the root of everything, we will get U Rx equals to, you just remove the squares everywhere. Okay, and now since we got this formula, what we can do is divide everything by Rx, so we remove these three terms. And why do we want to do that? Is because if you divide an uncertainty of Rx with Rx, for example, and so now if we divide everything by Rx, when you divide the uncertainty of Rx with Rx, and you get something that's called a relative uncertainty. So that is very used since it's unitless and it's comfortable to work with. So we get here U, since here we divide everything by Rx, we get U Rx divided by Rx equals to U Ra Ra plus U Rb Rb plus U Rc divided by Rc. So we successfully managed to get the relative uncertainty of Rx, is the U Rx, which is what's usually required. Thank you for watching this video. Ask any doubts if you have in the comments, and see you in the next one.